I often get asked how I come up with my builds, so today I thought I'd give you a look inside my mind. And here it is! Oh. One brain can only come up with so many build ideas. Sometimes I have no idea where to start. Today, we're gonna fix that with this. This is a little thing I like to call I can't think, so I'm making my friends do it for me. Let me show you how it works. Alright, so we've got 3 boxes for them to fill out. The first is the build style. This is like the genre or the theme and will determine some of the shapes. Examples could be like sci-fi, medieval, cottagecore, etc. You get it. The second is build type. This is going to determine the size. Though they are limited to the space of this box. They can be like, make it a starter base, or make it a storage house, or whatever else it is that you can make in Minecraft. And the third is the most fun, in my opinion, the block palette. They can choose however many blocks they want me to use, any in the game, and put them here, and I have to use them all. There's no limit. I can add blocks, but I cannot take them away from this space. Now that we've got all of that laid out, let's go grab a friend.
Hello everyone, my name is Sparkii, my pronouns are he, him, and fun fact, if you went to a different Australian beach every single day, it would take you roughly 30 years to see all of them.
Okay, so we've got the build style, type, and palette. You can just fill out these signs. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Get over there, boy. Get away. Shoo.
Aw.
Shoo. No looking.
I'm
No
being
peeking.
shooed away.
Shoo. No peeking. Okay, I forgot we could do that now. If I turn around and see you peeking, boy.
I'm not
I swear to
peeking.
God. Better not be. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna stop before I go overboard.
Okay. Okay.
I think we're good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop before I go overboard.
Okay. I'm seeing... I mean, the color scheme makes sense.
Yeah, wow, I can't possibly imagine where the inspiration came from. It's not like, you know, it's not like it's my whole thing or anything.
Okay, this one, yeah, I expected this.
Really?
Yes.
God, am I that predictable?
Yeah,
Goddamn.
just a little.
Listen, I don't.
Ooh.
Listen. I'll leave the cottagecore for the others. All right, I gotta shake it up a little bit. I'll leave
Okay.
the cottagecore for the others.
It's like a research facility. Like a double... Okay, what is a double helix?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know that, like, you know in, like, hospitals, they have, or, like, on the logos of hospitals, they have that, like, like a
Like
DNA
the
strand.
Like the snakes, almost. Yeah, like the Oh,
Yeah.
DNA.
Yeah.
I can do
So
that.
if the mental image of a DNA strand helps with, like, this, like, with the first bit, if a DNA strand helps with that, then, like, go nuts.
Well, I will see you in a week. Obviously, not in a total whole week,
Yes.
because I will see you in the meantime, but...
Yes.
And...
Yippee!
Yay! Alright, so first up, the outline. This, honestly, was the hardest part of the whole build. I think I spent like an hour on this, maybe. Before actually doing the outline, it took me forever to wrap my brain around how I wanted to do this double helix shape. It was so lopsided, and I just had so many issues with it. I tried to make it so instead of like an hourglass shape where it's more filled in spaces, that the helix shape was wrapping around the build itself and sort of maybe becoming wiring or casing for pipes or something like that that's also decorative. And we are all done and ready to move on to the blocks. So then I went in with the colors. Obviously this palette was going to be a challenge. It had a lot of blocks that were either just all texture or all nothing. They were just plain color. So I redid it. I restructured it for my needs. I like to restructure my palettes into different color groups just to wrap my brain around it way better. And then I tried to go in and fill in any missing spots. I wanted to try and make it so that the colors and the gradients in the build would lead your eye up from the bottom. So have those darker values at the bottom and the lighter ones at the top, like there's a light source at the top. Even though I was building during the day, I was thinking of it at night and sort of having the main light source be up at the top. I tried to use every block and I had to fill in a little bit just to get those gradients in depth correctly, but I did use every single block in this palette and I'm very proud of that because it was really hard. It was really a struggle. Not blocks I would normally choose. And then I went in and tried to add some pipes and things. The story for this build, I was given the sculk block, and of course, that's a mistake, because I just went with it. I wanted the research lab to have something to research, and I love building these pipes, so I put the sculk in there. I've been watching a lot of Spider-Man lately, Venom specifically, and I took a little bit of inspiration from that concept, and I wanted the sculk to act sort of the same, but they're studying it for different reasons. Instead of it regrowing limbs or saving the human race, they want to turn the sculk into power, not knowing it's a living thing. So I had a lot of electrical wiring and that sort of things with the sculk intertwined. And this build was driving me a little insane, so I took a day off, came back 24 hours later, gave it a quick run around, and then I went back to building afterwards. So I was really trying to add in some details here. I wanted to fix up some spots that I just wasn't a fan of, and I wanted to have more sciencey equipment outside and attached to the building because I really wanted to sell that it was a research lab. So I apologize for my improper use of redstone blocks, but you will have to excuse that because they look really cool and they fit really well. Did a lot of experimenting, moving stuff around, all that sort of thing. And halfway through the build, I really started to create a story. I already had my background with the sculk and the electricity. I had a great idea to have a spill. Because whenever I think of futuristic things, specifically research labs, I think of things gone wrong. So I added in this sort of sculk spill. Like it's gotten loose, it's breached containment, it's starting to kill the ground, seep, and take over everything around it. So I made the ground dirt, mud, sort of had it die the further it reached away from the sculk, like it was seeping in. And then I moved on to the interior and had it sort of take over the interior like it's taking revenge for being experimented on by the scientists here. I tried to keep the lower area as a sort of reception slash storage area. Like I wanted all the scientists to store all their research down here, all their papers, have an area for them to sit, and this is like the chill zone compared to the upstairs where the actual experimenting will be done. The sculk was really taken over here because it started from the ground outside, and it's sort of being stored in the ground as well. I had things look tarnished, and I put some hazmat suits in the corner to really up the danger level and sell that it's a lab. And then we went upstairs. It was really cramped up here, so I tried to fit everything in, really cram it in, make it busy, make it science lab-y. All the equipment I put in here has a different purpose, like when they're testing how it goes into lava, maybe that a heat creates an energy source, and when they've got it hooked up to lightning rods, specifically a sculk sensor, maybe that creates some sort of electricity. And the sculk is also seeped up here into the walls and is taking over. There's another one where they've got smoke going through it, heat going up through it instead of down. Yeah, I tried to cram everything in here. Then I had the balcony upstairs where the sculk has seeped through just a little. And this is where I just kind of shoved things, put a lightning rod there, and I'm done with it.
Okay, oh my god, this is tall.
And that is completely your fault. Are you ready?
Well, yes. Yes, I am very ready. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, that's sick. Holy crap, that looks awesome. That's so cool.
The shape was a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, your skin! Wait, that's so cute. Stop.
Have a look.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I love how you've done this. This is so cool. Hold on, let me have a look
Yeah.
inside first. Oh my god, this
There's
is
an
so
in and an outdoor.
cool. Oh my gosh, this is very professional. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this, and that is in the most positive way possible.
You gave me a challenge.
Did I really?
It was hard.
Really?
I'll have to count up the replay like amounts, and it doesn't count the amount of time I spent like thinking about each thing.
Yeah. Mulling over it. Gosh, and the little the glass up here.
Mm-hmm.
Talk me through it. I wanna know what that genius little brain of yours came up with.
Okay, so basically it's an old, obviously as you said, an old research facility. And you gave me the skull clock, which was a mistake.
Yes.
um,
Something to note about our friend group, you cannot trust us with this. You cannot trust us with this block. We will go absolutely ape over it. Yeah.
And basically these were scientists studying it and trying to figure out how to turn it into some sort of power source. Because, you know.
The hubris of man.
Yeah, and basically...
Oh, there is an upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
This is like the lab area.
Ooh.
Basically trying all sorts of experiments, like this has the lightning rods into it, and this has it on fire. And there's this is the only plant that is alive.
the single plant. Yeah.
Obviously, they sort of succeeded in the power source with this up here. But it's uncontrolled, so that's why it's sparking.
Yeah,
see what I did there?
So hey! Nice. It looks fantastic. You've done so well.
I will never build a double helix again.
Well, I'm glad I could at least, give you a little bit of a... I was gonna say nudge you out of your comfort zone, but no, I kind of just shoved you off the cliff.
Yes, you did.
Like, your style usually is very, it's very, rustic and geometric.
It's
and
boxes
this is
and triangles.
Exactly.
Basically.
So this is... Yeah, it's like you don't tend to use circles very much. And if you do, it's the standard, wizard tower kind of circle. Like you said it earlier, it was not an easy palette I gave you to work with.
No.
But you have made something absolutely incredible. You probably did intend it, but the fact that it also lines up with the way I've, with my skin itself.
Yes, wait. Oh my god.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
no, it's
I've
got the
just
cyan on the... Stop. Wait, and literally it loops back the yellow, so it goes... Oh. Okay, that was not intentional, but I love it. I always do everything on purpose.
I need to address your audience. If this back here does not convince you to subscribe, what the hell are you doing? Look at the talent. Look at the talent of this man. Look at. If that doesn't convince you to subscribe, what are you doing? Huh?
Huh?
Look at it.
You heard the man.
Exactly.